many of us have $30,000 cars sitting in our driveways, and yet our garages are full of junk? How many of us walk into our banks and we can see the vault is open, but yet they have the pens chained to the counter? To quote Pete from "Oh Brother, Where Art Thou?", that don't make no sense. Well, in the book The Missing Commandment, Love Yourself by Jerry and Denise Basil, they also talk about something that don't make no sense. And I want to read this to you. And this is talking about healing, and it says, "But you can't do this at a distance. You can't ask Christ to come into your wound while you remain far from it. You have to go there with him." I've done this. I've done this more than once. I'm very guilty. Others are too. I've seen it many times. Why? Why do we know we have wounds, know we have hurts, know we have baggage that we're carrying around, and even want God to heal us, but yet we won't go there? It's because it hurts. It hurts to feel. And we've been trying to hide that and block that and push that down for years and years and years, trying to avoid it. And we spend a lot of energy doing that. But we have to do that. It says in Isaiah 61 and Luke 4:18 that the reason Jesus came to the earth was to bring us salvation, but also to bring us healing and deliverance and freedom. It's his heart. It's what he wants for each and every one of us. But he can't do it if we're not willing to go there with him. That don't make no sense. When we try to have this expectation of God bringing us healing, and yet we're just going to stay far away from it. Now you might be asking, well, doesn't he do miracles? Yes, God is still a God of miracles. I believe that with all my heart. But I gotta say that in my own personal experience, and in my experience in the healing ministry, that far more often he wants to take us on a journey. It's a season of healing. It's a process. And why, you might ask? Well, I believe it's because, of course, he wants us to encounter him. He wants us to know his heart. He wants to show us his love and his healing touch. He wants us to know we can hear his voice. He wants us to feel his arms wrapped around us and that peace and that security. He wants us to experience him removing the poison from the hurts and the wounds that we have in our hearts. He wants to remove that and replace it with his love. He wants us to experience that as many times as he deems necessary and good. And then, I believe, the second reason is because the next time we go through a trial, a trauma, a crisis, which we will, because that's just part of life on this earth. But when we go through one of those hard times again, we can look back and we can remember the ways the Lord touched us and spoke to us and comforted us and removed that poison and healed us. And we can go through the current crisis and situation in a healthier, stronger way and not be so shaken to our core. And that gives him glory and it gives him honor. But if we try to keep living this life, wanting him to heal us, wanting to be free, but we won't go there with him, we try to do it from a distance, that don't make no sense. So I hope and pray that this will be an encouragement to you to finally be ready to take that step. I've been there. I've done it multiple times. I know it can be scary, but I promise you, when you get to the other side of that season, you are going to be so grateful. So reach out. In my local area, at my church, Cornerstone Church of Marion in Palmyra, Missouri, we have a healing prayer ministry called Oaks of Righteousness, and anyone is welcome to come and receive healing prayer there. But maybe you don't live in this area. Maybe you live in the area of Jerry and Denise Basil. Well, they have a ministry as well, and you can contact them and receive healing ministry. But if you're not aware of anything, just go to your local church, your local pastor, and just start the process in some way. The Lord will provide. I promise you that. He will provide. My name is Candy Rice, and I am the founder of Living Hope. And this is a ministry where I like to teach the spiritual, physical, and mental healing truth that the Lord taught me as I went through clinical depression, and He gave me healing from it. And I'm more than happy to come and share my message and my story with you. If you want me to come and speak at your church or at a retreat or at a conference, you can reach me through candyrice.org, or you can message me through Facebook. I pray that this really has been an encouragement to you, and that "don't make no sense" is a good phrase to keep in mind as you struggle and you're trying to make that decision to get healing that the Lord wants you to have. Be blessed today.